Hey Blazers, this episode is brought to you by Audible.com, an Amazon company. Get a free audiobook download and 30-day free trial at www.audibletrial.com/Blaze Entertainment, or visit the sponsor and supporters links on our website at entertheblaze.com. With over 180,000 titles to choose from for your iPhone, Android, Kindle, or MP3 player. Now let's start the show.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. Let's start the party.
We get it from my mama.
Yeah. Station on the planet.
Yeah. I got melanin. Oh yeah. I got melanin. You mad? We got melanin. Melanin. I got melanin. Oh yeah. I got melanin. You mad? We got melanin. Melanin. And we got some fat ass too.
Welcome back, Blazers. We are back with another episode of Blaze Entertainment. I'm your host, Kwame, joined by the beautiful, the melanin proficient, the queen of Blaze, the very annoyed Miss Free. What's going on, girl? You have a face that looks like I'm done with the world.
I'm just done with today.
I'm
ready for bed.
I understand. You know.
I'm ready to hop in my bed and go to sleep.
I feel you.
I'm over it.
Y'all, if you could see her face right now, she's like fed up.
I'm just over it.
I get it.
I've been in a good mood since this morning.
It's
I'm just
one
over
of those
it.
days.
Life. Work was okay, so it wasn't even that bad. I'm just over the day.
I feel you. All right. Well, shall we get started?
Yes.
All right. Phrase of the week, Miss Free, or word of the week.
Executive time.
Okay.
And that means time spent alone in bed performing unproductive activities like watching television, playing on a cell phone, or masturbating. That's what I need. All three of those. 4.
Oh my God.
4. I need all 4.
All of them.
Yes.
I
need executive
You need
time.
extended period of executive time. You know what? I can't even get mad at you for that. God bless.
Yes.
Like, I wish you a tremendous amount of executive time.
Yes.
Yes.
Especially that last part. You know.
I mean, hey.
Sometimes you just have to rub one out.
It's human. You know what I mean?
I'm just saying.
It is what it is.
Anyways.
Right. My God. Highlight of the week. I have been listening to podcasts lately, and shockingly that I have time to listen to other podcasts outside of Pyromedia. But I actually have been listening to this podcast called What About Your Friends podcast, and it's featuring hosts Charnel and Frankie. They're two gay podcasters, and they're just real. I really dig them. I've been really digging their vibe and also just what they have to say. Charnel's hilarious.
What's it about?
It's just everyday fuckery from just from the gay black or gay person of color's perspective. It's awesome. It's an amazing podcast, and you guys should check it out. Shout out to What About Your Friends podcast. So that's my highlight of the week. Shall we move on to shout outs?
Sure.
Okay. Wait, do you have a highlight, or is that just my thing? Okay, we're gonna move on.
That's just your thing.
Okay. The look you get, I'm gonna move on. Shout outs. Do you have any shout outs? Ladies first.
Oh, I want to save that.
Okay.
So no.
Okay. Shout out to Angela Rye. Angela Rye is going to be hosting, or wait, is it she's going to be executive producing and host primetime news show on BET, which in my opinion,
you go, girl.
Right, you go, Glen Coco. And in my opinion, is going to make the BET a lot better, in my opinion. She signed, let's see here, according to, Miss hashtag woke bae has has signed on to host and executive produce her own news show called Angela Rye's State of the Union. That's genius. Okay. It's airing Wednesday, January 31st. I'm going to be tuning in. I think that's going to be the first time that I tune. I don't think I've watched BET other than the BET Awards, and I didn't even go on to BET to watch it. I went on YouTube to watch the clips, but I don't think I've watched BET in a couple of years.
I really haven't watched BET since 106 in Park.
With Miss Free and
No, it was Terrence and some other girl. I can't remember.
who is it? The Free and AJ? Was it Free?
Free and AJ.
Free and AJ. I said Miss
And
Free. My bad.
And then it was Terrence and somebody. I think that's the last time I watched BET was Terrence.
I think when Free and AJ left, that's when I stopped.
Oh.
Yeah, so it was a while ago. Yeah.
That's a long time ago.
Yeah, bitch.
Yeah, I haven't really. I mean, then nothing compels me to go watch BET.
Right, but that's a good reason. Angela Rye is a phenomenal reason to even, at least DVR it. So
I will listen to her podcast.
yeah, her podcast is dope. Yes, on one with Angela Rye. Yes, let's see here. That's all I have, actually, shockingly so. The rest of the stuff is I have other kind of like shout out worthy stuff, but they're sprinkled out through the show, so we'll get to that. Do you have anything else?
No.
All right. Well, this is a short introduction. We're gonna go. We're gonna go to, pay some bills, and we'll be back in with the Petty World News.
This episode is brought to you by one of our new sponsors, We Buy Black. We Buy Black is an online marketplace for Black-owned businesses to showcase and sell their products to a global community. What drives We Buy Black is a community of creative entrepreneurs who use We Buy Black to sell their products, thousands of shoppers who believe in supporting these entrepreneurs to affect social change, and committed staff of We Buy Black. Visit pyromedianetwork.com or entertheblaze.com for our sponsor direct links. It's time to support Black businesses. Now let's get back to the show.
And we're black
Yes, we're black.
with the Petty World News. And Kwame's going to take it away to start.
Right.
Go ahead, Kwame.
Okay. Well, first, before I don't mean to laugh because what I'm about to talk about is not a laughing matter, but I am laughing at Miss Ree's energy right now.
I'm just...
I feel you.
I'm tired.
Hang in there. We're almost done.
Almost.
I feel you. You made it. I want to give send our condolences on behalf of Blaze Entertainment to the game's father who passed away at age 65.
Yes.
According to TMZ TV, George Taylor passed away unexpectedly in his sleep, and family members found him unresponsive in his Apple Valley, California home. They called 911 and the fire department arrived around 8:30 a.m. to take him to the hospital. He was pronounced dead there. I don't know how to respond to that. Like, that's just there. I mean,
may he rest in peace.
yes, that first of all.
May he rest in peace. And I feel like that's the best way if we're going to leave this earth.
Yeah, to go peacefully. Yeah. But yeah,
he wasn't in pain. At least at least I don't know.
Yeah.
So. May he rest in peace.
Yes, and definitely sending our condolences to the game and his family. Moving on to a onslaught of fuckery that has happened since our last episode.
Listen, a lot of the shit I did was just like, fuck it.
Right. I
don't care enough.
I'm so done with this world. Anyway, Genuine.
What happened with him?
This is about
transgender?
Okay. Okay, so this is okay. So let me just say the story. Apparently, Genuine caught flack and backlash because he refused to kiss a transgendered trans woman on his stage during a show.
I thought it was on a reality show.
It was on a reality show, or I thought it was during a reality show. Whatever.
It feels like the clip that I saw, like the little 2-second clip, was a reality show. It felt like it wasn't like a performative.
He refused to kiss her, and it was so there. But he's receiving backlash because they're saying that he's transphobic. Here's the thing.
Why is he transphobic? Because he doesn't want to kiss a transgender.
That part, and it's not. We're not meaning that he doesn't want to kiss someone who's transgendered or who's a trans person.
Yeah.
The issue is that he didn't want to kiss anybody who he didn't know. He doesn't know that person. You know what I'm saying? He didn't want to have an unwarranted.
I don't know. Did you watch the clip?
I did not. I'm just going off of the articles that I read.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. And so the articles that I read, I thought it was regarding during one of his shows or performances or whatever, and he had like invited some whatever. The bottom line is that he refused. It was an unwarranted request, and that he said that he just didn't want to kiss that person. So now everybody is going after him because the person happened to be trans or a trans person, and they're saying that, you know, he's transphobic. Now, I get the premise behind it and the reasoning behind why people, you know, would be frustrated, but at the same time, this is not a transphobic topic. You know what I'm saying? In my opinion, and based off of what I've seen and based off of what I read. And I get it. I understand that, you know, transphobia is alive and well, just like homophobia is, and just like sexism is. But at the same time, I don't want nobody. I don't give a fuck if you're a man, woman. I don't care if Chris Hemsworth came up to me and said and tried to kiss me, and it was.
I would go for it.
I mean, who am I lying?
That's Chris Hemsworth.
I mean, okay. If a random nigga came up on the street and was walking towards me, right? he's on your white list. Gotta bag him. Okay, but if a random nigga came up on the street and tried to kiss me, like, it didn't matter if he was gay, bi, a trans man. It's unwarranted, and I feel like everybody has the absolute right to protect their physical space, and I feel like everybody has the absolute right to decide whether or not they feel that they want to proceed in a sexual act or not, or proceed in kissing somebody. So, in my personal opinion, I feel that Genuine had every right to feel how he felt in terms of not wanting to or put because if it was a woman, it would have been a whole big deal. Oh, you tried to sexually assault this person and blah blah and all this stuff or whatever, and you know you were making her, you know, and she would have became a victim. But because he's a guy, it makes me feel a little annoyed that because we're not giving the same amount of respect to sexual assault victims who are female that we do to sexual assault victims that are male. You know what I'm saying? And although he wasn't sexually assaulted, it's the backlash that's bothering me. Because I guarantee you that everybody in that motherfucker who was giving him shit for it, if the situation happened to them, regardless if it was a trans woman or not, if it was any old body that came to them and it was something that they didn't want, they would have made a big deal out of it. And within their right, they should have the right to protect their own space. Now, had he gone in and said, I don't want to fuck with no trans woman or blah blah blah, that would have been a fucking different story. Then that would have let me know that you are directly doing that because that person is a trans woman. You know what I'm saying? But he stated, you know, I'm going based off of what he's saying. I can't go off of anything else. You know, based off of what he's saying. And that was my whole issue. Based off of what he said, it was just something that he was unwarranted. And I think, isn't he married?
I don't fucking know.
He's with someone.
I think, like, based off what I heard off that situation, it was like a conversation that she was having amongst the group about, I'm not exactly sure. This is just what I heard, and it's not even directly from the clip. Right. It was a conversation about how it's harder for trans women to date because of that. You know what I'm saying? And so I don't know where the kiss came in, but Genuine pulled away, and then she kind of felt like that proved her point. You see what I'm saying? But I don't know the whole situation. I didn't watch the whole clip. I don't know. This is just what I heard in the space. I
get that. I get that conversation, but at the same time, I also, like, for me personally, like, I don't know. I just think that, you know, I don't want what I'm saying to be misconstrued as to have a reason. Oh, well, he's a, you know, a LGBTQ activist or whatever, or advocate or whatever. So
ain't nobody said that about JY.
But no, I'm talking about me. I'm talking about, I don't want people misconstruing my words and saying, oh, he's an LGBTQ, you know, advocate or whatever. So, you know, if he says that, you know, what Genuine did was correct, you know, I don't want them to use that or people to use that as a way to warrant transphobia, because that's not what I'm saying at all.
Right.
I just feel like everyone, whether you are trans, whether you are cisgendered, every human being has the right, the absolute right to protect their physical space and their physical selves. And I feel like if Genuine did not want unwarranted sexual contact, then that's his right.
Right.
The same goes for that young lady that, you know, that was that made the move on him.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Or what have you. I don't know the whole story. I'm going based off of articles, and articles are also based off of perception. But I'm basing it off of, my concern is basing it off of the backlash that I've been hearing about it.
Yeah.
And I don't, and at the same time, I don't want people to think that it's okay for you to be transphobic. You know what I'm saying? I don't want people to think that it's okay for you to say, oh, okay, well, Genuine did it, so I can go ahead and use this excuse to you know, and you take it out of context for what it is, because he just didn't want to kiss somebody. You know what I'm saying? And I want also the conversation to shift from it being a trans woman to just being a woman. The woman, like, he didn't want to kiss the woman. That's it. You know what I'm saying? Like, that was it. And it bothers me that we keep, you know, that's when I start feeling like people are becoming transphobic or moving the conversation into a transphobic way, because it's like, oh, well, you wouldn't want to go around kissing a trans woman. You don't know, like, that doesn't matter. You know what I'm saying? It's the fact that if I don't care who it is, if it's unwarranted, I don't want you kissing me.
Right.
End of discussion.
I'm gonna curve you hard.
Right. I'm be like, pause, boo.
Gay, straight.
What you
know,
won't do.
it don't matter. Skirt, skirt.
Right.
It's too much.
Okay.
Yeah.
It's just not gonna happen. And so, like, I feel like we need to take it easy a little bit, and I feel like we've gotten to a point in this culture that, first of all, there's a lot more work that needs to be done than attacking Genuine, because there's a lot of homophobic and actual verbally, openly, aggressive trans black men out there that would do way worse than what Genuine did. You know what I'm saying? And so I just think that the conversation needs to be shifted and more focused. And I think that this is, I don't know. I'm not gonna say it's unnecessary, because the conversation does need to be had. I just think that the level that it took for this particular situation bothers me a little bit. But that's my personal opinion. You know, y'all have yours. God bless. You got anything else on this topic?
On this one?
On this topic?
No.
Okay, you have anything?
Hold on. I wasn't ready.
I wasn't ready. Do you want me to move on to another topic?
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm gonna try to see.
Which next? What you got?
No, go ahead. Go next. I'm trying to see how I'm gonna fit this one in.
Okay, so moving on from this particular topic, it's kind of a good segue. Aziz Ansari.
Why did I feel in my spirit that was the next thing? I said Aziz Ansari, and I haven't even looked at the notes. I just knew in my spirit that was going to be the next thing that was going to be said.
So
I'm a mutant, if y'all didn't know.
I think you have like telepathy.
I have like you know,
ESPN,
clairvoyance or something. I don't know, fucking waves.
I think you have like ESPN.
Strong intuition. Get the fuck out the way.
Black girl magic. Aziz Ansari was accused of sexual misconduct. Now the story goes, he received it wasn't an Image Award. What was it? It wasn't a Grammy.
It was some Golden Globe.
I think it was the Golden Globe. Yes.
Some award.
Yes, he received an award. And he tweeted it. And right after, there was a woman the accuser that accused him of sexual misconduct, that they had went on a date and they had sexual relations, and she felt uncomfortable.
They didn't have any relations.
Well, I thought that they
didn't have sex. No,
they didn't have intercourse, but they did go down on each other, I believe.
I don't know.
So they had sexual relations.
I don't know about all that.
So, but she said that she felt uncomfortable, or she didn't like it, and that she felt uncomfortable afterwards. And so later on, she's now saying that he sexually he sexually assaulted her or abused her. Now,
I'm getting conflicting stories here. Okay, the first one that I heard on Young Turks was that they had, they went on a date, they went back to his place, Things get a little heated. She didn't want to go through with it, so they stopped. Then they started chilling again, and he kind of moved in on her again. Mind you, this is what they're saying. I haven't read it myself. But they didn't put back their clothes on, so he tried at it again, and then she said no again, and so they stopped, and she left. And then at which point she texted him afterwards and was like, that wasn't cool, whatever. And he apologized, and that was it. And this is where we are today.
Right. And this happened how long ago?
I don't fucking know.
Okay. So
I don't think that matters.
Yeah, it doesn't.
Yeah.
But okay, so here's my thing. I know that there's been a lot of controversy with Hollywood and the government and sexual misconduct in Congress and sexual misconduct in Hollywood with Hollywood elites and stuff like that. And I don't ever want to victim shame. I don't think that that's cool. I don't think that it is okay. I just think that it's wrong to even victim shame. If she felt uncomfortable, that is her right. But I'm a little confused. I'm a little apprehensive to jump down Aziz's back when it comes to this. Because I feel like if based off of what you said, based off of what the Young Turk, you're reporting from the Young Turks, they started, they stopped.
He tried again. Stopped.
She said no, and he stopped.
Yeah, and then he was like, well, you probably should put your clothes back on. Then she fucking left.
Right. So
and then she texted him.
So
that wasn't cool.
But what wasn't cool? The fact that he told her to leave?
Well, apparently her whole point of the letter was that he didn't read her nonverbal cues.
Okay.
And that she felt like she was being pressured into doing something that she wasn't comfortable doing.
But she took off her clothes though.
Based off her verbal and nonverbal cues. This is what she's saying in the letter. So she's saying, well, I kind of made it.
Well, I didn't hear that part. I didn't hear the verbal cues. I heard nonverbal cues.
They're nonverbal cues?
Because
like her nonverbal cues.
Right.
And then her verbal cues, which she's told him, I didn't want to do this anymore. And then he stopped.
Right. He stopped.
Right.
Okay. So he didn't proceed.
He didn't sexually assault her.
Right.
No.
Okay.
Right.
Okay. So I'm confused. Okay, because when it comes to like Harvey Weinstein, when it comes to other people that have been accused of allegations and things of that nature, they were aggressive, unwarranted attacks.
See, here's the thing. So I was talking to one of my coworkers the other day, and I was like, so how do you feel about the situation? She goes, well, I've been in situations before where I felt uncomfortable and went through with something because I was too afraid to say no. And that has happened to me before. But I was more mad at myself than I was mad at him because I didn't explicitly say, no, I'm not doing this. You know what I'm saying? And I think that's where the conversation needs to start. For one, is women being more
comfortable enough to say something.
Because whether we like it or not, men are dumb. Okay?
Okay, I agree.
Nonverbal cues sometimes are not enough. No. Okay? Sometimes you need to pull his head up and be like, I said no, bitch.
Right.
But that's like I was saying in our other podcast, I was just like, that's how we've been socially taught. You know what I'm saying? It's kind of been ingrained in us not to be so aggressive like that. You know what I'm saying? So you just kind of nonverbal cues, backing away. You know what I'm saying? So rather than just saying, no, I don't want to do this, expressing it with your words. So I think that's where some of the confusion lies in this whole thing. And I was like, well, I want to categorize Aziz Ansari with Harvey Weinstein and the Bill Cosbys, and I wouldn't categorize him
and the R.
there.
Kellys. Yeah.
I wouldn't categorize him there. I would categorize them in the stupid ass men category for not I don't know. It's just like for not knowing. You know what I'm saying? It's like I want him to know.
So then my question is this: based off of what you just said, because I genuinely want to understand. Like I'm a big advocate for women, and you know that I personally consider myself a feminist. Which is making me feel uncomfortable talking about this and having this particular view, because I genuinely want to know, number one, from a woman's perspective, because I'm not a woman, you know, regardless of how much I admire you women, and how much I think that you guys should be placed on a high pedestal. I am not a woman, so I will never understand the virtue of a woman, and I will never understand the issues that women go through. Okay. And so what I say that to say, I genuinely want to understand what would you as a woman would have expected a man to say.
So I guess what I'm trying to say is that women, we're very good at reading people. We don't need verbal cues to know that you don't like us. Does that make sense? Based off your body language. It's a body language thing. So if I go in to a guy I really like, right? And I want to touch him and he moves away from me. He don't like me that much. However, men don't see it that way. You see what I'm saying? Men don't read up on not social cues. Body language as fast as women do. So, and I think that also come in with social conditioning. You know what I'm saying? That men aren't taught these things. Men aren't taught that if you grab a woman and she like moves away from you, that is a no. It's not expressed to them verbally that was a no. Does that make sense?
Yes.
So when this situation happened, and I've been in situations where I was like, bitch, why don't you just fucking say no? Of course you don't fucking know. You know what I'm saying? Like, you're there in that situation and you get stuck. And I'm sure there's a lot of women that are listening to this podcast who have been in situations where they weren't fully comfortable with what was going on, but they were too afraid to say something. Whether it be they were afraid of how he was going to react, or they didn't really want to say no. You know what I'm saying? Like, no verbally. And that's something that I feel like we as women need to work on ourselves too. It's very expressing, I don't want to do this with you. I'm not comfortable. Can you leave? Or I'm going to leave. You know what I'm saying? Because she still stayed there, even though she wasn't uncomfortable. The first time, I feel like if she wasn't uncomfortable, she should have been like, you know what? Let me leave. You know, let me get my stuff and go. Because this is not a situation I want to be in with you. You know what I'm saying?
Because that lets me, as a man, if I was straight, and you know, for
it's
most
complex.
of it,
it's like a very complex issue.
It is.
But I would never categorize to someone who has raped someone or who has
sexually assaulted somebody.
That's not, as far as I know, what he is. Based off what this is.
Right. And no, we don't know, Aziz, personally. So
right.
That's
I don't know. Another woman can come out and be like, well, he did X, Y, Z to me, which would be much more explicit than what she was saying.
Right. But the bottom line is, I guess, based off of this particular situation, it bothers me because I feel like what is this going to do to the Me Too movement? What is this going to do for all those women and men that came out and said, Me Too, and express themselves, and is standing up to kind of make this huge wave and shift in Hollywood and also across the world. And so when you have these type of situations, at what point in time do we pause to kind of make sure that we're not destroying somebody's career? You know what I'm saying? Because Aziz is going to be dramatically affected because of this.
Right. I think it's very important for her to speak about what happened to her. Yes. I do think that's very important because it brings up this exact conversation we're having right now. And something just occurred to me while you were talking is that when I was talking about body language, a lot of men are taught that, just because she's saying no, that's not what she means. You also have to remember that. You know what I'm saying? So for example, a dude hits me up or whatever, and I'm like, nigga, if you don't leave me alone, right? He'll come back 3 weeks later. You up? What you doing? Bitch, I just told you, I don't want to fucking talk to you. Why are we still here? Sometimes men can't take no for an answer, and that might also be the reason why she was afraid to say no. Does that make sense?
Yes.
Okay.
But that's, to me, that's a hypothetical because we weren't there, so we don't know.
I'm saying in general. I'm not saying specific to this conversation.
Well,
I'm saying that some women are afraid to say no because men cannot take no for an answer.
But I get that. But I guess for me personally, what I'm talking about is this specific situation because then this specific situation sets a precedence for other situations in the future. So now people are going to question other victims when they've already questioned them already. You know what I'm saying? So I guess on one hand, I'm concerned that if this is a false report or exaggerated report, how is this going to affect other women who actually have been sexually assaulted and sexually abused? And if it's not a situation, if it's not a false report and it's serious, then it's already making you question, as someone who's looking at it trying to look at it from an objective point of view, it's already making you question the victim. That when victims are already questioned as it is, you know what I'm saying? And so,
but that also comes up the question: why are you questioning it? Why are people so quick to think that she's lying about something?
Well, I didn't say that. I don't think that she's lying because I think that based off of what she said, it sounds like from what Aziz also agreed with and what she said, because it sounds like a bad date. You know what I'm saying?
It just sounds like it could have all been prevented. That's what it sounds like to me. But that's just me.
Yeah. But then how like that's what I want. Like if you were in this situation,
first of all, I wouldn't go home with that nigga because I don't know you.
Okay.
That's just personally me.
Okay.
Right.
But hold on, let me do a scenario on that because so you are going out with a celebrity.
Right.
Okay. A celebrity.
Okay.
Okay, so let's say Michael B. Jordan.
His fine ass.
Right. Okay, let me not say Michael B. Jordan because you there's no question about this. Like, take it.
Well, pause.
Okay.
Okay. I don't know Michael B. Jordan.
Right.
This is based off purely a fantasy. Okay.
Right. Okay.
If I went on a date with Michael B. Jordan and that shit was terrible, I'm gonna come back and like that shit was terrible. That nigga is crazy.
Right. Okay. I feel
Just because he's Michael B. Jordan don't mean motherfucking nothing.
Right. I feel you.
I don't know him.
I don't know the nigga. I get you. But at the same time, for hypothetical conversation and based off of, we're going to try to analyze the situation real quick. So you are going on a date with Michael B. Jordan, okay, hypothetically, and you go through the motions. You guys go on a date. Everything is all fine. And he's like, hey,
you
want to come back to my place? And you're like, sure, okay. And so you go back to his place or whatever, and things start getting hot. You and Michael B. Jordan just all over the damn place, just everywhere. You know what I'm saying? You both get naked. You're ready to go, and then you're like, you know what? Not really feeling this. You know, I don't want to do this anymore. And he says, okay, cool. You know, sorry about that. You both are sitting there trying to process like, oh my God, he's embarrassed. You're feeling a little awkward. You know what I'm saying? So he's like, okay, what do we do? And then he's like, okay, maybe if like I make a calm, try to make another move. So he goes in for another move and you're like, yeah, I'm still not feeling this. And then he's like, okay, cool. So he's like, we should probably put our clothes back on because this is kind of
the first
awkward.
time would have been enough for me.
Okay.
I would have put my clothes on at that point.
Okay.
And that's where I think that she should have put on her clothes at that point.
Okay.
As well. Personally.
Okay.
However, like I said before, sometimes women are afraid to say no, and that's very valid and that's very true at the same time.
So then how do you expect men to change and also, or not change, how do you expect men to adhere to a woman's wishes if they don't hear a woman's wishes or know a woman's wishes?
How do you mean?
So for instance, if a woman says, I don't want to have sex with you.
She said that.
She said it.
Right.
But if she doesn't say it, but she shows it a little bit. And
shows it like how?
Like she's a little slightly standoffish, but she's letting things happen. She's like not like pushing the person away, but she's like not engaging. But she doesn't say anything. So they're in the middle of doing stuff and he's like thinking, okay.
And I think that's something that women in general need to work on. Personally.
Okay.
I think we need to exercise our voice to say no.
And I also think
I don't want to do this no more.
Right,
get off me.
Right. Right.
I'm over
or something to that extent. Yeah. But I do think that not
but at the
saying
same
anything,
time, I can see how she got stuck in a situation like that. Because I've been stuck in situations where I didn't feel completely comfortable and I just kind of let the shit happen. Mm-hmm. And that's where I was mad at myself. Mm-hmm. You see what I'm saying?
So do you think that in a similar situation, you would have like said that he... Like,
I wouldn't say he sexually assaulted me. No, personally. Mm-hmm. I just want to make this very clear because I don't want niggas to take me out of context.
Right.
Personally.
Yeah.
I wouldn't say that. I wouldn't put him on blast like that. Mm-hmm. That's just me. Mm-hmm. Because I don't feel like that has anything to do with the Me Too movement. Does that make sense?
Right.
I don't feel like he forced himself onto me or he, Harvey Weinstein me or Bill Cosby or R. Kelly or whoever for that matter. I don't feel that way. That's a whole different thing. You know what I'm saying? That's kind of like, I don't want to do this and you're going to do it anyway. That's rape. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
But at that point, if I haven't said anything, how is he supposed to know at the same time?
And I think that's what's bothering me.
And that's where I feel like I said, women need to speak up more and not be so afraid of saying no. Just like, for example, when a man comes up to me on the street, rather than saying, no, nigga, leave me alone, I say, I have a boyfriend. Mm-hmm. Why am I claiming a man that's not there? Mm-hmm. Because I'm afraid of what you might do to me. Does that make sense?
That makes sense, yes.
So a lot of times women get in these situations where they're afraid to say something and they let it happen any fucking way because they're afraid of what's next after that no.
Okay. I see that, and that is very valid and fair, and I totally understand that, and I think that there's a lot of fuck niggas out there that will not take no for a hint, or not take the hint, and not even a hint, not take no for an answer and just keep like saying, oh shorty, what's your boyfriend got to do with me? Nobody was talking to you. I don't know why you're even addressing me on the street right now.
Right.
You know what I'm saying? Like, leave me alone. So I get that, but I guess my concern is for men like and again, I don't know him, but based off of his track record, and I'm just basing it off of his public figure or his public image right now, I feel like there's men out there who try to do the right thing and tried to, because not all men are shit. You know what I'm saying?
No.
Majority of us are stupid.
Yeah.
Like, it is what it is. Like, that's fine. Like, I understand that.
Yeah.
But I don't think that all men are bad. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And so
I'm not saying that.
Right. But I also feel like I don't want, like, what are the good men to do? You know what I'm saying? What are the good?
How do you mean?
Like, what are the good men to do in those type of situations without fearing? Because then at some point, it's going to get to a point. If this escalated to a point where it kept going and going, and all these different types of similar reports, of sexual misconduct happened, to me, that is going to make men close off, and nobody's going on dates. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're just going to start jerking off by ourselves. You know what I'm saying? And I just feel like at what point in time do we start addressing?
I think one way men could address the issue personally is ask, do you want me to do this to you? Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm. That gives the woman the opportunity to say yes or no. Same thing goes with women. Do you want me to suck your dick? Mm-hmm. Of course, most men might say yes, but if he says no, that gives him the opportunity to say verbally to me that he does not want me to do something to him. You see what I'm saying?
I see what you're saying, yeah. So we need to have more conversation with each other.
It's more like consent.
Right.
Is it okay for me to kiss you right now?
Right.
Yes.
You're right.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah,
then go ahead and kiss me.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Rather than just going for it.
So I guess that's my point. Mm-hmm. I guess I think that we need to have more conversation with each other. Mm-hmm. And it's not going to affect me because I'm gay, and so I understand, but
it affects gay men too.
Does.
Stuff does.
It absolutely it does. But I think that gay men are a little bit more freer with their sexuality, so they're gonna be like, no, bitch, I don't want this. You know what I'm saying? So they're a little bit. I guess in that sense, the LGBTQ community is a little bit more open when it comes to conversations of sexuality and sexual conversation. So it's easier for a gay man and another gay man to go like, okay, well, you know what? I don't want to have sex with you, or yes, I do want to have sex with you. Let's do it. Meet me here. You know what I'm saying? Or I'll come over or whatever. But I feel like that doesn't necessarily happen with men and women all the time, because there is this first of all, men have this expectation that, or if I take you on a date, and not all men, but a lot of men have this expectation, if I take you out on a date, I'm going to get something back. There's this give and take, give and take thing where women's like, oh, I'm going to get to know this person. I'm going to learn more, whatever. And vice versa. It could happen vice versa, whatever, but there's not conversation about that particular thing. You know what I'm saying? So that's where I think that men and women, when it comes to dating and relationships or whatever, need to be a little bit more communicative. So, but yes, I think we spent a lot of time on that particular situation.
I think we're done with the Petty World News. That took up a lot of time.
It really did. I don't see anything else that is worth talking about. It's all like, yeah, it's like Mariah Carey's getting sued, Candy Bears and Kim Zolciak.
Oh yeah,
Black China. Yeah. All right.
Whatever.
Yeah.
Let's move on.
We'll be back with the reviews. Hey guys, this episode is brought to you by Pyro Media Network. Pyro Media Network is a progressive moving platform to give a voice to those who feel don't have one. Social injustice, equality concerns, and more are just a few reasons why PMN is needed. For more information about Pyro Media Network, please visit pyromedianetwork.com.
We're back with reviews about shows. And today, I just want to briefly bring up two things.
Okay.
Let me get it.
Jackie. Okay.
Jackie Harry. She confirms that Sister is getting a reboot.
Really?
So that's going to be exciting.
That's interesting.
I hope they do something fun and not corny.
I don't know how I feel about that.
Well, yeah, I just want to bring that up real quick.
Yeah.
Cardi B reportedly inks her first movie deal.
Really?
Yes, bitch.
So she's blowing up. Good for you, Cardi.
This ain't a hating statement. I love Cardi B now.
Right.
I don't think Cardi B can act. Whatever she's going to be cast in,
it needs to be herself. Or
she's going to be played. She's going to be playing herself because she's good at being herself.
Right.
No shade, no tea. Now, she proves me the fuck wrong, I'll be blown out the water. And I'll be like, you go, girl. Prove me the fuck wrong.
Right.
However,
Cardi
B is going to be cast as Cardi B.
Okay. I mean, I'll see it. I'll see it. We'll see. I don't know if I will go in.
Or someone like Cardi B.
Right. Yeah. We'll see.
Anyways,
I definitely,
congrats, girl. That's huge.
That's all. Either way. Yeah. Either way, it's still a big deal. But yeah, I think I kind of agree with you on that because I don't think she's ready for. There's still a lot that she has, like a lot of grooming media wise and also like celebrity wise, and she went straight from 0 to 60,
0 to 100.
Bitch. She went straight up, after Love and Hip Hop, and so yeah, I think she has a lot of grooming to do, and but at the same time, Cardi B, do your thing, girl. Do your thing. Make the shmoney. I wanted to talk about the new superhero series, Black Lightning, which is ranks as the highest rated premiere in 2 years on the CW. Now,
I haven't seen it yet.
Is it out yet?
Yes, it is.
It is out. I'm sorry, I have not watched it yet. I'm actually I might check it out after the show. We'll see. Yeah. Oh yeah, it did. On Tuesday, the new superhero series Black Lightning premiered on the CW. The show is produced by Mara Brock Akil and Salim Akil, who is known for series such as Girlfriends, The Game, and Being Mary Jane. The series is based on the DC Comics character by the same name. According to The Hollywood Reporter, the series is the 5th comic book series to appear on the CW. The show's premiere brought in huge numbers for the network with a strong 0.8 rating among adults 18 to 49 and 2.3 million viewers, ranking in and it's the highest rated premiere in 2 years. So I'm gonna check that out. I'm actually good for them because I knew Black Lightning was gonna be the shit. So I'm actually glad to hear that it was it went well. So also, Pam Grier is working on a biopic about her life in
biopic.
biopic or biopic.
Biopic.
That's what I was going.
Okay.
Anyway, on a biopic about her life and high profile relationship with Richard Pryor. I'm actually interested in seeing it because Pam Grier
What's it gonna
is.
be? Where is it gonna be?
I don't know. I didn't get all the information.
Lifetime.
I don't know. I think it's like an actual movie
Okay.
that's coming out. So, but yeah. Anything else?
No, let's talk about Power.
So the power, we have started, and we've decided that we were going to watch it together. So I'm not allowed to go ahead of her in this particular show. Mm-hmm. So, but I'm aching to know more. I just want to get through season 3 because it's bothering me. It's dry. It's really dry, and it's
redundant.
I'm so over Angela and Ghost.
Together.
Spoiler alert. Okay, I am so over Angela and Ghost. I am so over them. Like it's almost as bad. It's actually worse than how I felt about Olivia and Fitz and Scandal. Like I want them to stop. And Tommy, I'm done with him. I had you because I'm just sick of his bullshit. He's so weak.
Tommy is a specific person who has a specific role to play.
Tommy is a specific idiot. Is what he is.
And that is to be the muscle. Tommy is not a brain.
No, he's not a boss.
He is a follower.
He is a follower, and he is
a muscle.
He would be the head of security. That's his job. Yes. Head of security and making sure, and the enforcer. That's his thing. Yeah. He is an enforcer. Mm-hmm. Ghost is the operation. Right. Is the brain of the operation. He is the CEO. Right. It doesn't make sense.
He's dumb right now.
Tommy.
No, Ghost.
Ghost is pussy whipped right now, in my personal opinion.
Which is fucking annoying.
It's super annoying. Uber annoying. I'm done. Finished. Finito. Okay? I'm over it.
I'm over the whole relationship.
Can we just talk about a little side note though? We have a very huge crush on Julio on the show.
Yes. Oh my god. J.R. Ramirez, bitch. Oh.
Good Lord. He just hits all of the points. All of it. Okay. Yes. Sorry, we just need to have a moment.
Julio's fine.
Oh. Julio.
That's
now, I don't know.
Your whole meal.
I don't know who with spice. I don't know who I would do more, Ghost or Julio, but they up there, okay? Because I would want them for different things. Okay. Right now, character wise, Julio can get it all. Okay. I would be very content with just dealing with Julio and leaving the rest of these fuck niggas by themselves. But Ghost is still a fine man.
He's just built.
He's
like a brick house.
And he has an ass.
But that's fine, but he's a fucking dumbass at the same time.
He's a stupid nigga. Okay? He's stupid. Tasha.
My bitch.
Tasha,
that's my girl.
I'm a little concerned.
Why?
Because I don't want her to do anything really reckless.
She's not.
Based off of emotion. But Tasha is a boss. The way she walks into shit and the way she handles shit, she thinks outside of the box, but still for the business and still for her family. And I think that's what Ghost lost sight of. And it made me feel like Ghost, you're just a typical nigga. Like, look. Like, typical fuck nigga. And like, I just, and what's her name? The white bitch, the redhead.
Holly.
She needs to die.
She needs to go.
7 hells. She needs to go to the farthest pits of Tartarus.
See, because Tommy needs someone that's going to balance him out, and Holly is not the balancer. She's
an instigator.
Enforcer to his recklessness. You see what I'm saying?
She's an instigator. She's definitely an instigator.
Yeah.
She instigates his drug habit. First of all, you don't fuck with the product, bitch, that you're selling. What's wrong with you, Tommy? This is why you can't run things. Because you're stupid. Anyway, that show it's a hot ass mess, and I need to get through the season 3 because season 3 is. I feel like season 3 is going to be how season I think it was season 2 or 3 was of Scandal, where it was just all about Olivia and Fitz, and I was just
I felt
over
that way
it.
3 and 4.
Maybe it was 3 and 4.
I was like, I can't. I was
it's
about
too
to
much.
quit. I was like, no, you know.
I took a fucking break.
Yeah.
I took a break, and I waited for it to finish, and I binge watched the rest of it because it was too much. Okay, I can't, and it's getting to that point. That's why I'm glad that we're not watching it as it's airing, because I think I would have dropped off.
Oh, okay.
I'm pretty sure I would have. Like, season 3 is definitely something you have to binge watch to get through it. So that's all I have.
That's it.
You got anything else?
Nope.
All right, we'll be back with the listener letters.
Hey Blazers, we want to hear from you. Have a TV show or movie suggestion you want us to review? Need some advice or an opinion on an issue you're having? Want to tell us how you're feeling about the show? Then send in a listener letter by visiting entertheblaze.com and going to our contact tab. One of your letters could be read on air. Thank you all for your support. Now let's get back to the show.
And we're back with the listener letters portion of the show. Don't forget to go to our website, www.entertheblaze.com, where you can go ahead and find our listener letter form. And Miss Free, take it away.
The first letter comes from Anon.
Hello, Anonymous.
And their question reads, I am moving to Los Angeles in 2 months, and I really want to focus on my modeling career. What do you recommend for newcomers to LA? I'll let you go ahead and take that. You're technically kind of still a newcomer. Not really.
Okay. No, I've been here since March of last year.
You're a newcomer still, yes.
I guess, yeah.
You're not new to California.
No, I'm new to LA.
Yeah.
I definitely think that, well, first of all, I don't know the modeling business, so know your craft. Know the agencies that you want to go to, I guess. And be marketable, I guess. And networking is a big deal in LA. Like, it's not about what you know, because there are a lot of beautiful people in Los Angeles. Los Angeles is the land of beauty, but at the same time, if you don't know people, you're not going to really get anywhere. So networking is important. Right. It is what it is. It's
I
true.
would say
you're a native, so you would know better.
I would say, and this is not to put your hopes and dreams down, girl or guy, but just be prepared for a lot of no. Right. Because you're coming to a city where everyone wants to be a model, where everyone wants to be an actor. So you're going to have to figure out a way to navigate yourself in a sea of everybody who wants to be the same thing. Right. What's different about you. Right. Specifically. Right. And also, when you come to LA, you need to have a game plan, because you also need to feed yourself, because LA, contrary to Alabama, is expensive. Right. And I don't know what part from Alabama you are, but
I don't care what part of Alabama you're from.
But Los Angeles is very
still
expensive,
more expensive.
So you need to also come here with a realistic goal. How are you going to pay for the roof over your head? How are you going to pay for the food on your table? Right. So you also need to think about that as well. Yeah. And then once you have that down, girl, go ahead. Right. Do your thing. I mean, Los Angeles also comes with a lot of opportunity. But you just have to, like Kwame said, network, because it's not about what you know, it's about who you know. Yeah. And on top of that, I think it's also important to hustle immediately when you get here. I think a lot of people, they get so caught up into the, it's Los Angeles, let me go ahead and explore. You'll have time for that. You know what I'm saying? When you get settled and you start doing your thing. But like, I think it's important for you while you're exploring to really hustle and get your stuff out there. So if you're a model, go to every fucking agency. I would even call it the agency beforehand. I don't know what it takes to be, once upon a time, I wanted to be a model. And I did like a lot of research. You have to make sure that modeling is something that you are ready for, because it's one of those industries where it's very cutthroat. If you don't look a certain way, they're going to tell you don't look a certain way. Right. And you just got to have that thick skin and be like, all right, thank you on to the next. So you have to be ready for a lot of no's. Right. A lot of no's, because, girl, you're going to get them. Right. So. Well, thank you. Good luck to you, Anon. Yes. I hope it works out for you. Hustle hard. Yes. Grow some thick skin, because Los Angeles is cutthroat.
Mm-hmm.
We are chill, but there's a lot of competition here.
Yeah.
So, because everybody want to fucking come here.
Right, and everybody wants to do something.
Right.
Everybody is here trying to fulfill a dream or trying to make it out here. So.
Right. It's either Los Angeles or New York where people go.
Right.
Mm-hmm.
And to be honest with you, I think compared to New York now, I feel like Los Angeles is even more of a competitive place, because at least in New York, the people who tend to succeed in New York are natives to New York, because they already know people and they're growing up with people that they know who are being successful.
I would say that about Los Angeles too.
Yeah, but when you come to Los Angeles, you can network with people that are native here, or network with people like it's easier for you to network here. New York, they're more like, who are you? Mm-hmm. You know what I'm saying? Like Los Angeles, like, oh, cool, whatever. Bring it in here. What can I do for you, or what can you do for me? That kind of thing. So it's like Miss Free said, there is a cutthroat type situation here, but at least it's a little bit more. If you don't get out there, if you don't make yourself marketable, I think that it's you're wasting your time. Like don't come here thinking that you're going to be on vacation. Like you got to work. You know what I mean? So,
anyways, next question.
Good luck.
The next question comes from Tyree, and he is from Oregon.
Hello, Tyree. Tyreek or Tyree?
Tyree.
Oh, hi, Tyree.
His question reads, Dear Kwame and Miss Free, I have been listening to your show since your anniversary. I recently broke up with my fiance after finding out she cheated on me. Bitch.
Sorry.
I can't even express how much of a funk I have been in. I just wanted to give you both a little bit of love because I have slowly been getting stronger and stronger every day. You both are really motivating, but I wanted to send a special thank you to Kwame for sometimes saying some harsh but much needed truth. Aww. Please stay authentic, and I pray that you continue to grow more and more so others can hear the knowledge gems you both drop. Praying this is your year and many, many more years to come. XO Tyree.
Thanks, Tyree.
That was real sweet.
That really was. That made me feel good.
That was real nice.
Yes.
I hope you deserve better.
Yes.
Okay?
Fuck that bitch.
I hope this is your year, too.
Yes.
You're going to glow up.
I hope you get all the poom out there. Okay, girl? Boo. Call me. Miss Free single.
Okay. For now.
Right. You better catch them while you can, bitches. Sorry, go ahead.
Okay, the next question comes from, I'm not sure if this person wants it to be read. I'm just going to say your name. I don't think it's that deep. Bronan Davis, and he's from Ontario, California. Good Lord, Canada. Ontario, Canada. Woo, I said California. Well, is there an Ontario, California? Bitch, I don't know. I'm just going with Canada.
I thought it was... Isn't Ontario in Canada?
I'm not sure. Google it. You got a computer. Let's Google this real fast while I read this. Okay.
I'm going to bleep out the last name, though, just because.
Okay.
I don't want no suits.
Okay. Ahoy, Miss Free and Kwame. I started listening to your show after hearing Kwame on the podcast Bay this past December.
Ontario, California. There's an Ontario. Sorry, go ahead.
There's also an Ontario, Canada, right? Girl, we don't fucking know geography. This is a bad thing.
Canada? Yes. But does it say CA or
it's
Canada?
CA. CA is short for...
He's from Ontario,
okay.
I don't fucking know.
Where are you from, Brody? You need to tell us. You need to clarify.
I'm so sorry.
Because you know what some Americans don't know. Actually, no, he is from Canada. Okay, let me read it.
Okay.
Ahoy, Miss Free and Kwame. I started listening to your show after hearing Kwame on Podcast Bay this past December. This makes sense because Scott is from Canada.
Oh, okay, that makes sense. Okay, yeah, so he's probably from Canada. Okay. Shout out to Scott Bissett.
Jesus Christ.
From Podcast
You know us Americans are ignorant. This show is raw and real, and I love it. My question is simple and concise. What is wrong with your fucking president? Keep going with your show. Blessings. You know what, sir? I don't know what the fuck
We
is
don't
wrong with
fucking
him.
know. We've been trying to ask that question since the fucking elections, bitch. I don't know.
Can you do me a favor, sir?
Right.
When I come to Canada, can you help me get citizenship?
Right.
Because I'm trying to leave.
Bitch.
Help me. Like, I need to leave. I don't know what the fuck is wrong with
We don't
Trump.
know.
I don't know. He's not my president.
He's not mine.
As far as I'm concerned, the last president of the United States was Obama.
Right.
So,
And the first lady, Miss, Madam, the Queen, Michelle Obama.
but I will be very gracious
Yes.
if I could come over to Canada.
I will clean up
and
your
stay there.
house. I will do whatever you need me to do for dual citizenship.
Now,
bitch.
does Canada have a place kind of like, you know, with warm weather like California? Because I'm not down with the snow. So we need to figure this out.
Well, Canada's a little further away from the equator, so it's a little colder. And when I say a little, I mean a lot colder.
But they don't have no like tropical places?
They do have Vancouver, Canada, which Vancouver has the
Like
one
warmer?
of the best weeds out in weed strains out in the world, I would say.
And they don't have no like tropical places?
Girl, if you smoke weed, you don't
Like-
even, you
like
won't even feel it.
warm,
I
like
promise
Los
you.
Angeles?
Probably not. I don't think so.
Why
We're
not?
closer to the equator.
Hmm.
I'm so sorry.
Okay. Well, thanks for writing. I'm sad
You
now.
gonna
I
have to
wish
think
I could
about
come
that?
to
Yeah.
Canada. I don't fucking know what's wrong with him. I don't. Why'd you ask me that question?
Right.
Majority of Americans don't know what's wrong with him.
Right.
Okay?
We've been trying to figure
First
that
of
out.
all, let me just be very clear. He lost the popular vote.
Right. That part.
So when I say majority of Americans don't know what the fuck is
It's
wrong
not
with
an
him,
exaggeration.
it's not an exaggeration.
Bitch. Listen.
All right.
But thanks for writing.
Yes, thanks.
From Ontario, Canada, or California, or whatever.
It's definitely, it has to be Canada.
Because, yeah.
Because no person inside the United States would ask what the fuck is wrong with the president.
This is true. Or your
Because
president.
we already know what the fuck is wrong with him.
Right.
Right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyways, moving on. Thank you. And I think we're going to be done.
Okay. Thank you guys for writing in. Definitely go ahead and send Miss Free more listen letters by going to our website.
I'm not entirely ignorant. Okay. I knew there was an Ontario, California.
I didn't know that, actually. So I just always thought of Ontario as Canada. So I got why you were confused. So I can't even be mad at you about that.
She's just ignorant. She don't know what CA stand for. Is it Canada or California? I
Canada.
don't know.
Is it Canada? Okay. Cool. Well, thank you for writing in, you guys, and definitely send us more. Miss Free loves reading these, and I love this short and concise. Keep it like that.
Yes.
Yes. More power to you. We'll be back.
Hey Blazers, check out one of our sponsors, Atomic Cosmetics. They have an array of colors that go boom and are tested on showgirls and never on animals. With freshly made seasonal skincare products that nourish your face and body, you can't go wrong. There is also a lot of cosmetics for you to choose from, like blushes, contours, foundations, eyeshadows, and more. Find multitudes of colors and palettes. Visit colorsthatgoboom.com and use offer code BLAZEATOMIC.
And we're back with Kwame's Corner. We should play a theme song for this.
No, it's the vent session.
It's Kwame's Corner.
That sounds like the Vega Boys. The Vega Boys is coming.
Well, I don't know.
That was
We should play a theme song for you.
yeah. No.
So, what are you going to talk about today, Kwame?
I'm going to talk about y'all's president. Because actually I'm not going to talk about y'all's president specifically. I'm going to talk about the people who are shocked about y'all's president's reaction or comments, racist comments regarding shithole countries. So
Everybody knew that motherfucker was racist.
right. But here's the thing. I feel like it was more of a white surprise than it was a black surprise.
True.
Because everybody that I knew that is a person of color, when I said, "Did you see what this nigga said on TV the other day?" or "Did you hear the news the other day?" and they were just like,
Girl.
But anytime I asked a white person, they were just like, "Oh my God, I just can't believe that was said. I don't condone this. I don't condone it at all.
Why are you guys so surprised?
Why are you shocked? Why? And why are we getting our blood pressure up over this orange monkey? Like, I just don't get it at this point in time. At this point in time, we should be really focusing. And don't get me wrong, I think that his comments should be condemned. I think that his comments are unbecoming of a president. But I already knew that he wasn't a president in the first fuck ass place. So it's not shocking to me. So I guess my point behind saying all this is that not that I think that what he said was true, not that what I think that what he said was in any way should have a pass or should be any way swept under the rug. But I guess my point is that we are at a point where we had an entire year, an entire campaign prior, where he was talking straight cash shit.
Right.
And reckless cash shit, and you guys endorsed it. And now it's like a big fucking deal now, and it's not shocking to me. So why are you going to get mad about this when he's talked shit about homosexuals, when he's talked shit about Mexican Americans, when he's talked shit about Black Americans, when he's treated everybody like minorities like shit, when he has a history of doing all this stuff? Like, it's not, he already has wage disparity issues going on, or complaints that were either during his presidency or even before. He's been super racist towards when he was I think it was a landlord or some building or whatever. He was being having racial discrimination when it came to who could move into the building. Like, it just, these are not, you know, he has a history of KKK family members, you know what I'm saying, like active KKK family members, like prominent KKK family members. So he was endorsed by the KKK and the alt-right, you know what I'm saying? So
Same thing.
I don't understand, you know, why, you know, people are so surprised by his shenanigans. You know what I'm saying? He's already talked cash shit and been misogynistic towards women. He's already, you know, been xenophobic and xenophobic comments. He said multitudes of racial shit, and now all of a sudden it's a big deal. You know what I'm saying? He has shown his orange flat ass from the beginnings. So why are you shocked now? That's my issue behind it. It's why is everybody making a big hoopla, and why is mainstream media of all medias being this, you know, being so shocked behind this and making it like the front page when there's so many other things that are issues right now that he's doing, i.e. colluding with Russia. You know what I'm saying? Like, I don't understand why that's an issue. Like, why this particular thing is a bigger deal than anything else. Why are you shocked that he's having these type of conversations or speaking this type of way in his meetings when he's been doing this and probably has said worse that we don't know about in meetings before? You know what I'm saying? So why are you shocked?
He said the shit to our face.
Right. And he won't have any press conferences because nobody knows what the fuck he's going to say. You know what I'm saying? His staff won't let him have press conferences. His staff don't know what the fuck they're doing or how to spin shit.
His staff, you know, just working in the White House must be stressful.
Must be the most stressful thing you
thing in the fucking
me.
world. But working under this Cheeto.
Right. No.
You must be having some bad heart palpitations.
Girl,
your anxiety is on a whole
couldn't
different
pay
level.
Me enough. I would have walked up into my
the fucking roof.
No, child. I would have walked to my supervisor's desk and said, "Look,
I'm done.
I don't know what to tell you. I don't know who you gonna pick. I'm not even going to give you a 2-week notice. I am leaving in 15 minutes, bitch. I don't know what to tell you, but you are not gonna have me associated with that orange bitch. Okay, I refuse. Okay, and first of all, personally, when Obama left, I would have walked right behind them.
Right.
Bye, y'all. Like, I don't care if I was just an aide, bitch. Like, I'm leaving with my president.
I'm leaving. I'm going.
There's
with
no
you.
way. I'm going. Move over, Michelle. How are you doing?
Yeah.
How is everybody going? You know, everybody's good. You know, Barack, how are you, sir? Cool.
We're gonna go start our own government.
We're gonna go. Can I work at the foundation?
Yeah.
Like, here's my resume. I've been working for you for already a couple of years now.
Yeah.
Just saying, you've been a really cool boss. Black power. You know what I'm saying? Like, there's no way that you're gonna have my candy ass up in that damn White House dealing with that shit. There's no fucking way. And then for people to sit there and be so surprised behind it, it's just appalling to me. Like, why? Like, I just don't understand. I think that's what bothers me the most is like, why are we surprised about, oh my God, he said shithole countries. Yeah, bitch, he said worse. You know, he literally said worse.
Someone's pussy.
Right. Like,
and that wasn't allegedly, bitch. There was audio and everything.
Like, he said it from his, and it wasn't, and here's what bothers me. A whole room full of motherfuckers said that he said it. Mm-hmm. And then later on, they wanted to backtrack after they got talked to by his staff. Mm-hmm. Said, we can't say this. Just say you don't remember. How you not remember when I know his loud ass said, you know, this shithole countries. Why can't we get people from Norway? Oh, he was just using that as an example. Why couldn't you use Canada as an example? You had to use Norway, nigga. I mean, you know what I'm saying? Like, why did you have, like, Norway is predominantly white. We know why you said it. You don't have to spin it. Just be honest. Mm-hmm. But he's not going to be. He has lied from jump. Mm-hmm. Okay, he has lied before he became president. He has lied during his campaign. He has lied before he even started talking about, you know, he was the reason why the whole birther movement happened. He started it. Right. You know what I'm saying? So, like, why are we surprised about any of this? And then, like, to have these, it's just a mess. It's just a hot ass mess, and that's why I got frustrated, because it wasn't that he said it, because I knew that what he said, I was like, he ain't shit. How you gonna be talking about shithole countries when shit comes out of your mouth every 5 fucking seconds? How dare you? How dare you allow yourself to sit up on there, and I bet your shit stained panties are sitting there every day. No. I'm telling you, he's sitting there with some dirty ass panties, okay, sitting there talking shit about everybody else. I guarantee you, I can't stand him, and I don't understand why we're surprised by what he about his shenanigans. Mm-hmm. That's what bothers me about it.
Like, he's just raggedy.
Like, just
raggedy.
Like, why are we surprised? Mm-hmm. Why are we making it this, like, headline news on every fucking tabloid, on every fucking news organization, on every fucking, like, come on. We know. He's a shitty man. Like, what do you want me to do?
Shitty person.
He's a shitty human being. He is the shittiest of shit. Okay? And how dare you talk about other quote unquote shithole company or countries. Like, come on, girl. Right. You know what I mean? Like, that's what bothered me about the whole situation, is that there was this huge uproar behind it. And it was just like, girl. And at this point, and then beyond that, my initial reaction was that. Beyond that was the lame, weak defense that the White House tried to throw out. Well, he didn't say shithole. He said shit house. What the fuck is the difference?
You know what? It's time to log off. It's time to go, because now you're insulting my motherfucking intelligence.
Right.
So you know what we're not going to do is go any further.
No.
You can set your bitch ass up and go back to sleep.
Like, how dare you? Are you kidding me? I don't care if he said shithole or shit house. It's the same fucking premise. Like, he is saying that this country is less than this predominantly white Caucasian company or country. It's just speaking the racial undertones and the racial effects that he made with his statement. It doesn't matter if he said shithole or shit house. He could have said shitty. He could have said fecal house. It doesn't fucking matter. Like, the intent of saying that this country is less than another country, based off of the sole premise that this country has predominantly more white people in it. Like, I don't understand what you're doing.
I can't stand him.
How dare you? Like,
you know what? I'm not gonna let this man give me heart palpitations.
No,
I'm not gonna do it.
No. The day that he was elected, or excuse me, the day that he won the election, I was done. I was already done. That was my day when that was my day when I was just like, my heart was like, I need a moment.
That was when I started to black out. Right. And I will wake up in 2020 with Bernie Sanders as president, and everything will be great from there.
Right.
So we're just going to ignore these past 4 years and act like nothing happened.
Nothing happened.
And we're never going to talk about it ever again.
Yes. We're just going to have these episodes to chronicle.
Yeah.
And we're going to pretend, listen, oh, that happened? There was an orange monkey in office? Yes.
I don't know. We made all that shit up.
Right, bitch. It was the greatest story of all time. Yes. Because you know what our children's is going to say? What the fuck was wrong with you niggas that allowed this nigga to get up in that motherfucking office
and to remain there
and to stay there, bitch? Like that's what our children's gonna say. They're gonna go, well, what the fuck was wrong with y'all? Do you realize what kind of power we have as a community? Look what happened in Alabama. Can you imagine if all the niggas got together? Just saying.
Mm-hmm.
Anyway,
we're leaving.
Yes,
I'm done.
That's all I have. Don't forget to listen to our other sister podcasts, After the Blaze podcast with Hope Giselle and 50 Shades of Gay. Fitty. Yes, we love them. Go ahead and listen to them by going to www.intotheblaze.com where you can find host bios, episodes, past and present, as well as listen letter stuff and all fun things. The website has been getting constantly updated, so definitely check it out every day or every other day, whatever tickles you pickle. Also, don't forget to check out our mother network, PyroMediaNetwork.com, where you will find all things Pyro Media, where you can find other shows on the network. And just to let you guys know, there are more shows joining Pyro Media, as well as a special surprise that is happening in the next couple of weeks. So definitely check out www.pyromedianetwork.com and also the social media channels for Pyro Media. Miss Free, you got anything else?
No, I'm Gucci.
All right. Well, it's been fun, y'all. It's been real.
Bye,
we are
y'all.
out.
Shake it, shake, we get it from my mama. Shake it, shake, we get it from my mama. We get it from my mama. You mad?